He goes by the name of KyleJepson3. Shout out for my aunt and uncle there. Thanks for coming, and the rest of you too. The house is sold out. So, anybody here on a date? Good date. Glad to hear that. It's good to get that out of the way early in the month, you know. There's a lot of pressure in this town, especially on this campus, to date. And I think it's a good thing in a lot of ways. It helps me keep an open mind. I've gone on a lot of dates with girls I wouldn't have otherwise, and it's good everyone gets a fair shot, you know. For example, there's this schizophrenic girl in my ward. I was going to ask her out, but I think she's seeing someone. So I asked out her blind roommate instead, because I don't think she's seeing anybody. I was right. She's not seeing anybody. Not even me anymore. We only had one date. She called it off after that, because I made a mistake. I recognize it's my fault. Fellas, listen up. It really is a bad idea to take a blind date to a movie. Speaking of bad ideas, open parenthesis. I came home one night and my apartment was dark and quiet, and I was like, dang, my roommates aren't here to make fun of. I'll have to find some other way to entertain myself. So I went to my bedroom and I grabbed my 2 beanies, because at the time I had 2 beanies, and I took one and I soaked it in cold water and put it on my head, and I took the other and soaked it in 90% ethyl alcohol and put it on my head and tried to light it. All the freshman boys in the room were like, I never thought of that. Sorry guys, it didn't work. What did work was when I stumbled into my darkened kitchen, turned on the gas stove, and stuck my head in that. I can't rightly say how big the fireball was, because it was on my head. But it was bright enough that it illuminated the entire kitchen, dining room, living room area, and revealed one of my roommates on the couch, spooning with a girl. I want you to imagine this with me. I'm standing here, fire on my head. He's lying there intertwined with, I'm sure, a very nice young woman. We've both been caught. Close parenthesis, back to dating. There's this creepy, sort of kooky girl in my ward. I think every ward has one of those. You know the one I'm talking about? She sits in the back and looks like she's reading her scriptures, but she's actually talking to them. Don't do it, Samson, it's a trap. Besides, why would you go for that radio harlot Delilah when I'm right here? Yeah, I asked her out. I knew it was a bad idea as soon as I picked her up, because I told her she looked nice, and she said, thanks, so do you. Your tie matches your aura. My aura has paisleys on it? Yes, and it's iridescent purple. I said, my tie is green. She said, oh, did I not mention I'm colorblind? I said, no, I'm so glad I'm taking you to the Festival of Colors. It'll be a party. My sister started dating someone recently, and I'm kind of worried about the relationship because she described her new boyfriend as a practicing atheist. What do atheists practice? Do good active atheists gather on a day that's not Sunday to a place that's not a church and not pray to a lack of a God? Like, I don't know what that could possibly mean. Do really devout atheists go to confession? Forgive me, doctor, for I have made an error in judgment. It was the holidays, I had a bunch of friends and family over for a party, and things started to get out of control later at night, and before I knew it, someone was like, hey, let's go to midnight mass! And I was like, I don't know. But I went as, you know, the designated driver, because you know how people get when they're all hopped up on that faith stuff. And I'm sitting there in church, and they're passing around communion, and I see the wine start coming towards me, and my brother's like, come on, man, it's just wine. One sip won't hurt. So I partook. I'm sorry, doctor. If it's any consolation, I went home, ate, drank, and made merry, and dug a pit for my neighbor. I have to wonder if atheists good active atheists are offended by TGI Fridays. Is that one place they just will not go? I'm thinking of opening a chain of atheist-friendly restaurants. They would be TNCEI Friday. Think the natural course of events, it's Friday. I could expand it to other markets as well. For agnostics, we could have WSWTI Friday. Who shall we think it's Friday? For Buddhists, it would be ITWCAAWHI Friday. I think we can all agree we're happy it's Friday. For Muslims, it could be TAINR5TD. Thank Allah it isn't Ramadan 5 times a day. Down in South America, it would be TVMI Friday. Thank the Virgin Mother it's Friday. Up in Canada, it would just be TGI Friday A. A friend asked me a while back if I'm dating anyone, and I said, yes, anyone. That's actually not true anymore. Me and anyone broke up. The good news is I'm engaged now. This part is not a joke. I gave my first show for Humor U back in June, and a girl liked my stuff so much she filled out a comment card saying, Kyle Jepson, will you marry me? XOXO heart Katie. 916-212-0213. So I gave her a call, and we went on a date, then we went on lots of dates, and now we're getting married in June. What I love about BYU, the Cougars. Have a great night.